Tommy Bryan, and pregame before the Mount Juliet football game, the season opener. I've got Coach Mark Medley and Coach Ron Marshall with me here for a few comments, and we'll be talking about the preparation that went into the preseason work before the season opener that you'll be watching on tape delay here in just a few moments. And Coach Medley, folks maybe not aware of all the things that go into getting ready to play the season opener.
That's true, Tommy. You know, a lot of people think you meet 4 weeks prior to the first ball game and get ready, but these young men, last year after Franklin County beat us, the next week was Thanksgiving week, and we spent 3 days taking up equipment. We started the following Monday after Thanksgiving holidays back in the weight room, and you know, our people live 4 days a week in there, and 2 days upper body, 2 days lower body. Also incorporated in our winter workouts is something I'm sure you'll discuss later on, was our plyometrics. But, you know, we kept the weight room open during the summer months. We feel like we're a stronger football team and a quicker football team, and hopefully that's going to pay dividends for us this fall.
As far as actual preparation, Coach Marshall, getting ready to play Mount Juliet, you had to gear practice in the preseason, I guess, toward getting ready for everybody, but then you can spend 3 or 4 days getting ready for your season opener, specifically what Mount Juliet's going to run.
Exactly. We'll take and swap a scrimmage game with Mount Juliet, and then we'll take and look at it, and they'll take ours and look at it, and we'll just break them down and look and see what they're going to run, and try to get our people ready to where they can recognize what they're doing.
And a lot of repetition, I guess, goes into that, how your defense works against a certain set.
Exactly. We're going to take and we're going to try to figure out what they're going to do and try to relay that and communicate it to our people to where they know it. It's easy for us to know it, but we got to get the boys to where they know it.
Okay. We're going to be looking in just a few moments at some of the preseason preparations, and we'll have our coaches talking about that. Please roll the tape. Really specifically in the weight room, you're working on different parts of the bodies with different exercises. The bench, the squat. Technically, what are you trying to do?
Tommy, especially with the bench press, it's so important for our offensive and defensive linemen, because defensively we want to catch people with our hands, and we're trying to keep people off of us. The squats are very important for everybody. You know, the main thing you have after you make contact is leg drive, and leg drive comes from leg power, and that's what we're after in the squat rack. And probably the most important lift in our weight room is, as far as football goes, would be the power clean, because you're getting the lower body and upper body and lower back as well. So, you know, we stress those 3 as our main lifts, and we supplement other lifts to try to get the whole body.
Coach Marshall, the plyometric workout, the quick feet activity, that's something new for the Blue Devils this year.
Right. Middle has a plyometric program, and we were impressed with the way their people move. And Coach Medley and myself went over to Middle and talked to Doc Crease, and they have a lot of drills that they do as far as trying to take and develop their quickness with the boxes that we jump on, and also just regular quick feet drills.
Have you been able to tell a difference from the workout until now?
Yes, Tommy. I think we're quite a bit quicker than what we were last year, especially in the offensive and defensive line. We're moving much, much better, and we're getting our feet under us better.
Sort of a traditional kickoff for fall football practice is the team meeting and the mile run. What are you looking for when you have your players out there running the time mile?
Well, Tommy, you know, they know coming in, if they're a back, that they need to be able to run a 6-minute mile, and if they're a lineman, they need to be running a 6.5-minute mile. And what that does, it enables us to work on technique and fundamentals of football, as opposed to having to spend all fall trying to condition our people. You know, it requires our kids to do some running in the summer months prior to getting here. And the thing that helps do that is, if they don't make the mile, they have to be here at 7 o'clock every morning or 2 days to run a mile before they go out and practice. So it's a pretty good incentive to do some running and coming into shape.
Coach Marshall, I think without question, one of the most difficult positions to play on a football team is the offensive line. There's technique involved. You've got to have an intelligent kid and really a lot of recognition involved in playing those positions.
Exactly, Tommy. The offensive line now, it's not like it used to be 20, 25 years ago when you just try to put meat up there and move people out. now with as many different defensive fronts as you're seeing, your offensive linemen have got to really be smart. They've got to be able to recognize that defense, and they've got to know who they've got to block and when and how they've got to do it, footwork and everything.
Coach Medley, offensively, are you where you want to be?
I don't think you're ever where you want to be, Tommy, but we feel like we've made some strides offensively. We still need to make some improvement up front. You know, we have some of our offensive linemen who are playing a lot on defense, and that's kept us from having those people as a unit throughout practice as opposed to last year. We felt like last year we made a lot of improvement in the offensive line because those 5 people, that's the only place that they played, really. But both of our quarterbacks have come along well, and we feel good about both of those guys. We don't have all our eggs in one basket like we've had for the past 2 years with Brindley and the prior 2 years with Eckler. We feel like 2 guys that are there now can do the job, and we have depth at running back. So we feel like we're going to be able to move the football and put some points on the board.
With the depth at the running back positions in the scrimmages, you have given the football to a couple of different tailbacks and 2 or 3 different fullbacks. You're able to batter the defense with fresh bodies.
Right. You know, we feel like if one of these guys rips off a 20, 30-yard run, that we got a guy coming in fresh for him, and there's not a lot of difference in these people. Reggie runs with good body lean, and Zach Manier has a step to his speed on Reggie, and Montoya Crutchfield has good quick feet and runs with good body lean. So there's 3 pretty good running backs that we can put at the tailback slot. And, you know, the past few years going into the playoffs, it seems like we always lose our tailback. So this year we have a little depth there.
Marshall, you've got some people coming back who played a lot for you last year. If you count Skullerud, the kid who was hurt and missed a game, started 1 game and then got hurt, you've got 8 out of 11 back on defense.
Right, we've got a lot of experience coming back defensively, and we feel real positive about that. Of course, we got Donnie anchoring the defensive line in there, who's back. Skullerud, like you said, who got injured after his first start, defensive end, he's back. We got our secondary back, and we've got 2 hammer linebackers in there that will knock your brains out.
You mentioned Skullerud. He's a guy who's kind of an in-between body size. With his kind of built between a defensive end and maybe a defensive back, you can do a lot of things with a guy like that.
Well, yeah, Tommy, in our defensive scheme, sometimes we'll drop an end, and he's going to work perfect there as far as being able to drop him and use him like a secondary player in some pass defenses that we need to run.
And having the guys back, I'm sure as far as teaching, you're well along. You don't have to spend as much time working on situations with these guys because they've been through the ropes. They've been through the wars before.
Exactly. They know what the reads are, and all we need to do right now is just refine, and get it down to where it's just as perfect as we possibly get it.
Okay, Coach. Good luck to you.
Appreciate it, Tom.
Delay broadcast of Blue Devil football is a production of the Lebanon High School Blue Devil Booster Club, Glennis Productions. Dwight Phillips in charge of the camera. Play-by-play with Bruce Skeen, Terry Stafford, and Tommy Bryan.